Hey, welcome. Hey there, welcome back to the backyard recording studio, which also doubles as a math video recording facility. And here we are with the Witcher Math channel with the follow-up video. Hopefully you just finished watching the lesson about how to figure out percent increase and decrease. Here's a chance to practice. So why don't you go ahead while it's frozen on this screen here, pause the video, do your best to calculate the percent increase or percent decrease, and then when you're done, roll the video and check it with my work. Go ahead and pause. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Thanks for doing your best. Let's check your work. As we learned in the last video, we're going to follow a little procedure. First, we're going to decide, did it increase or decrease? Did it go up or down? It started at 20, it went to 25, which means it increased this first problem. In fact, let's go through all three here and run through the process. Number two, the original was 48. Did that increase or decrease to get to 36? It decreased. It went down. The number got lower. However you want to think about that. And we'll continue doing red for that second column. And how about green for the third? We're going through the steps. Did it go up or down? It started at 40, and went way up to 100, so that's a big increase. So that was step one. Let's figure out by how much, the amount. What is the amount of increase here? 60. 60 is the distance from 40 to 100. Okay, let's go to red. How much did this decrease? What's the distance from the original to the new one? It's 12. This is the amount that it decreased. Let's go purple. This one increased. It started at 20 and landed at 25. So it increased. The amount was 5. So far, so good. Is your work looking good? Right on. Okay, let's keep it moving then. Step two of our process was to compare to the original using a fraction. So I'm going to keep that 5 as a numerator. I'm going to put the original on the bottom as the denominator. Okay, let's do that with all three problems, just to get some repetitions in on doing the steps. So I'm about to sneeze, hold on. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm holding my nose, you can't tell, right? Compare to original. It's tough. It's tough holding a sneeze during a video. The original in this case is 48. That's the original from up there. It's the denominator down here in our comparison ratio. And now let's go green. The comparison to the original here. What's the original? Right, it is 40. Next step, figure out what percent that is. So I'm going to take my ratio comparing the change to the original and set it equal to x over 100, which means what percent. And let's go ahead and just cross multiply and solve this one just to demonstrate a different strategy. 40x equals 6,000. Then we divide by that coefficient there, which is 40 in this case. So x equals I just crossed out these zeros. They match up. That's the equivalent of dividing top and bottom by 10. X equals 150% increase. It's important to write the word increase or decrease, not only for your own reference if you ever look back at your work, but also in consideration of any teacher or whoever your audience might be reading your work. They want to know that you understand this whole concept. Okay, let's go back to the red problem. Step 3, what is the percent? That's our question. We take our fraction. We're going to set it equal to what percent? And here's another case where I can look at this, and with a little quick mental math, I notice that if I start at the 48 and go up, that's the same as dividing by 4. So if I do the same math operation, going in the same direction on the other side, since this is an equation, I have to do the equal thing on both sides to maintain that equality. Okay, so 100 divided by 4, just to show my work, is 25. And then our final step was to write it. We write the number of our answer, we put the percent sign, and then we use the word describing what happened. 25% decrease. So it went down by an amount of 12, it went down by a percentage of 25. Finally, let's go to the purple problem here. And same steps. So these should all line up, and hopefully you get in the habit of doing percent change problems like this. Not because it's the best or the only way, but it's something you can trust, and you could do it the same way every time and it will work. Okay, that's all. Let's go, what percent? So we take our 5 over 20, set it equal to what percent? And this looks exactly like number 2 here in the red. I notice this same pattern, bottom to top. So I'm going to use that. If you are unable to make some kind of observation like this, your backup plan is always cross multiply and solve like we did on the green problem. Okay? But if you notice a simple relationship like this, why not use it? So we're going to get the same answer as number 2, the red one. 25%, or is it the same? This one increased. That's why those words are so important. These answers are not the same. The number is the same, but the situation is different. One went up, one went down. And that concludes our little short and sweet practice video. We got our 3 problems. We followed the 4-step process that we learned in the previous video. You can take a screenshot of that real quick if you want to, or if you missed the first video, go back and watch it. We followed the steps and it worked every time. May your problem-solving strategies work every time. I wish you the best out there in the world of math. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.